And then, see, like this is every 5 years. You got 65, 70, 75, and then you got 80. All right. At this point, David Mayo was on lines, and there's another one in here, and which I have another one in here in 1978. There's a 78 one, and you will find that 78 one in the old book called "What Is Scientology." It's in there, and in the 78 one, Knott's New Aerodynamics for OTs. It's right after OT4. It's right after OT4 on that one. So things start to change around real fast. Then it was put up here after OT7. I like it there after OT7, and that's where I try to plug it in with people. I do the original knots. I do not do the church's knots. According to Pierre, the church is still doing the David Mayo's knots, but they've changed the commands, and they've done some stuff with it, which I'll show you. Because by the time you get to 1983, 82, I think David Mayo was kicked out. Is that correct? Yep. And then so they had to change their bridge. See? And they changed their bridge, and they said, okay, what we're going to do is the knot stuff here, we're going to throw out the original OT levels, and we're going to put these as OT levels. Some of you remember when the church was raided in 1978? Yeah. It was very curious that within a year the government started their own project of remote viewing and doing psychic research after they raided the church. And when they raided the church, they took all the many of the, I know because I was auditing for the AO at the time, the Advanced Org. They took a lot of the OT levels and folders of PCs and stuff like that. So they knew at that point what the church was doing. And I was thinking, why did you do that? How come? Well, then I realized that the perfect spy would be somebody that could leave the room and you couldn't detect them, and he would know what the guy's talking about in the next room. See? Or the next country. So Scientology at that point became a very, very security risk. See? I even had the NSA come investigate me or check us out. I guess they realized I wasn't a security risk, so they left me alone. I'm not into politics. I stay out of politics. See? And that might have been one of the mistakes that the Guardian's office did. They got involved into the government and into politics and wound up in jail. Don't do that. Stay out of politics if you're going to be doing this stuff. It's a red flag for them. They're scared of you if you become an OT. You might become a security risk for them. You know what they do, people with security risk? What do they do? Neutralize you.
Guantanamo Bay.
Right. Okay, after 1980, it goes real fast. It changes. I have them up here. It changes to 1980. Well, 1983 changes. We got an 84, 85. Finally, I called the church and I said, "Where is your final gradation chart?" Of course, Hubbard passed away in '86 already, and they're still changing the what you're supposed to be doing. This is supposed to be your major program, Anyway, so I called them up, and in fact, they were calling me up, asking me if they wanted to buy the new books, and I said I already had them. And I said, "Send me your latest gradation chart." This was a few months ago, right, Leslie? And this is what they sent me: the bookstore out of Flag, for the camera. This is 1998. 98, so they haven't changed it in 8 years. But I guarantee it that within a year or two they're going to have another one. That's their habit. Plus, they've come up with the new books, and who knows what they're going to do. And in these years from 1980, you'll see, if you really inspect these things, that sometimes expanded Dianetics is out, and then it's in. Sometimes power processing is out, and then it's back in. Sometimes the clearing course is out, and then it's back in. It seems to me they don't know what the hell they're doing. If they just done the original bridge, they would have been fine, see? If they just stuck here. But I realize why they didn't, because they themselves are not Scientology clear. They haven't got a clue what it is, because they haven't done it. Just like a theta clear, if you haven't reached theta clear, you might have some analytical thought about it, but you don't know what it feels like until you reached it. Is that right, John? Yeah. I was trying to talk John into doing it, and John goes, well, okay. Same with me. About a year or so ago, I went theta clear. It was a quantum leap from Scientology clear, I tell you that. It was a quantum leap. And let alone Dianetic clear. I went Dianetic clear back in 70, I think it's 71, something like that. So I know what that feels like. But if you did not attain these higher levels of clear, I mean, one of the things they said back here that, oh, there's only one clear, and clear your clears, that's it. No, Hubbard has, this is all from Hubbard here. He has theta clear, clear OT, clear theta clear, operating theta, operating static. Well, what happened to all those states? They're left behind. They're left behind way back here before the gradation chart. Because none of those processes are in any of these gradation charts. None of them. And I will not audit anybody. I try not to audit anybody on this stuff unless they completed their bridge. And it doesn't matter which bridge you're doing. If you're doing the 1990 bridges or the 75 bridge, once you become stably exterior to some degree, you could attain theta clear. See? Because that's when processing starts. See, here, processing stops when the guy goes exterior. Right? Am I right? Am I right, auditors? As soon as the guy goes exterior, you go, in a session. We're done for the day. Here, my friends, here, it starts when you're exterior. We got to get you exterior, and then we can get you theta clear. See? Now, and every one of these gradations, including the churches, RTC, is that they want to complete your knots, so like you're supposed to be stably clear. I mean, exterior, right? I mean, that's the end point. If you're stably exterior, that's one of the end points of knots. That's a confidential EP, by the way. Don't tell anybody. Yeah. It's one of the confidential EPs. And so even on the church's bridge, you can become stably exterior. And guess what? You can go back and get Technique 80 and go theta clear and hopefully reach native state. And that's what we're doing here in Reno. No one else. I've been to Europe. I've been halfway around the world. No one else is doing this kind of stuff. And I can't talk them into doing it. Why? Culture. The culture. They've been culted, right? And not to think outside of it. Yet it is LRH. It's not me. I didn't invent it. See? And they, look there. They've been culturated against it.